Today I'm making this cheesy onion soup bread. This is a quick bread with only 5 ingredients. It has no yeast, it's a no-knead bread, and it's ready in about an hour, and it is delicious. Welcome y'all to Robin on the Farm. Today I'm sharing with you a really cool vintage recipe. This is a recipe from the 1960s, and it's for cheesy onion soup bread. This is a quick bread, only has 5 ingredients, doesn't have any yeast. It's a no-knead bread, so we're just gonna throw everything in the bowl, mix it up, throw it in the oven to bake. So this one is quick, simple, and so delicious. It has cheese, and the other cool thing about it is that it uses these little packets of the Lipton onion soup mix. So easy, lots of flavor. Okay, so let's just get started on this really quick and easy recipe. I'm gonna use flour. I'm gonna use all-purpose flour for this recipe. Since this is a no-knead bread, you don't need your bread flour. So I'm gonna add 3 1/3 cups of all-purpose flour right on into a big mixing bowl. Now down in the description, I'm gonna leave the printable recipe so you can print this out and you can make this bread. And I'll also leave this recipe in grams if you'd rather bake that way. Okay, so 3 1/3 cups of all-purpose flour right on into your bowl. After that, I'm gonna add 2 packets of this Lipton onion soup mix. These are 2-ounce packets, and they usually come, I think, in a little box of 3. These are great for crock pot recipes, so that's what I usually use these for, but it's fantastic in this bread too. This definitely reminds me of a recipe that my grandmother used to make back when I was little in the 80s. I wish I had her exact recipe, but this one is very, very similar. Okay, 2 packets of this Lipton onion soup. I'm sure they make other brands, but this is the only one that I know about. So add that right on into your bowl. And next we want some baking soda. Baking soda, not baking powder for this recipe. You want 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Just put it right on in there into your bowl with everything else. And that's our leavening agent for this bread. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up these dry ingredients. Just give this a good mix, just let everything get all incorporated together. And it already smells so good. This bread has so much flavor. Y'all are gonna be amazed. Now that I have that mixed up really well, now it's time to add our liquids. This recipe calls for 2 cups of buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, you can use 2 cups of milk and add about 1 tablespoon of white vinegar or lemon juice. The important thing is that you have some acid in there because that acid is gonna help activate our baking soda and help leaven our bread, give it rise. But I'm not gonna use buttermilk, I'm actually gonna use this buttermilk powder. I keep this in my food storage. So if you have buttermilk powder, this is a great time to use it. I'm gonna use 1/2 cup of this buttermilk powder. Just gonna put that right on in there with my flour and my other dry ingredients. And I'm gonna mix mine up again. But if you have buttermilk, go ahead and add 2 cups of buttermilk to this recipe. And now I'm adding 2 cups of water. So for the buttermilk, every 1/4 cup of water you have, you wanna add 1 tablespoon of the buttermilk powder. This is fantastic for your food storage. I use it for baking all the time. I really like it. I hardly ever buy fresh buttermilk from the grocery store, but I always have this in my pantry ready to go when I have a recipe that calls for it. I'm just gonna give these ingredients a really good whisk, and now it's already time to add our very last ingredient, and that is some shredded cheese. This is a sharp cheddar cheese. You can use any cheese that you want, but I'm gonna use 1 cup, and I'm just gonna add it right on in here to the other ingredients, and then I'm gonna mix them up again. This smells so good. This is such a good savory bread with so much flavor. It goes great as a side for dinner. I always make it when I make meatloaf. I just think it really goes well with it. But it's really great for leftover meatloaf sandwiches. I really like that. You can make really yummy tomato sandwiches on this bread. It's very, very versatile. This is what the batter looks like for our cheesy onion soup bread. This is exactly what you want it to look like. It's just a batter. It's not a bread dough. It's definitely more of a loose batter. Now, it's time to pour this into one of our loaf pans. This is an 8.5 by 4.5 inch cast iron loaf pan. I love my cast iron loaf pans. There's none of those nonstick coatings to get into our foods. I just feel like this is a healthy way to go to use cast iron. And it bakes everything so evenly and so nicely. So I totally recommend the cast iron loaf pans to everyone. But I'm gonna take this batter and I'm gonna pour it into this loaf pan. Now I poured about a tablespoon of olive oil into my loaf pan. You can see it's all shiny. And this batter is just gonna go in there, it's gonna bake, and then the bread is just gonna slide right on out. It won't stick at all, but make sure you oil up your loaf pan. Okay, I'm just gonna pour this all right on into this loaf pan. So this recipe makes 1 loaf of bread. Now you can also use a 9 by 5 inch loaf pan. That'll work fine too. I forgot to mention at the beginning, I got my oven preheating to 350 degrees. This is another one of those really quick breads that if you forget to get your oven preheating before you start putting it all together, you're gonna be waiting on your oven to preheat. Because this has only taken a few minutes and it's already time to throw this into the oven to bake. So I'm gonna smooth this out just a little bit. Oh, this looks so good. Oh, I almost forgot. Now on top of your bread, you can add a little bit more cheese if you want to. I'm gonna add about a half a cup more of this shredded cheese. And this just makes it really good. This is optional though, you don't have to do this. All right, now my bread is ready to throw into the oven. Doesn't this look good already? It sure does, and it sure smells good. So I'm gonna throw this in the oven. I'm gonna let it bake at 350 degrees for about 50 minutes. Yours could take anywhere from 50 to 60 minutes, just depending on your oven. But I will show this to you when it's all done. Our cheesy onion soup bread is fresh from the oven. Doesn't this look good? And you know what's even more important? It smells good, and I know it's gonna taste good. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this out of the loaf pan. I let this bake for 50 minutes. Oh, it just slid right out because I oiled up my pan really well. And you know, I'm kicking myself because usually when I make a quick bread, I usually use my loaf pan liners, and I forgot to do that today. But I oiled it up really well and it just slid right out, so it looks absolutely fantastic. Our cheese and onion soup bread has cooled off just for a little bit. It's still really warm, but I want to eat this bread, so I'm ready to slice into it. So let's go ahead and slice off a piece right here. Oh, that looks so good. Can you see the cheese in there and the little onion specks? Oh, that looks so good. And I'm telling you, it smells absolutely divine. This bread makes really great sandwiches because it has so much flavor on its own. You can put some eggs on this toast for breakfast or make a really yummy egg and cheese sandwich. Oh, that is just the best. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bite of the heel because that's what I always do. So good. I'll leave the printable recipe for this cheesy onion soup bread down in the description. I'll also leave the link for our handmade beeswax bread bags. These are a great alternative to plastic bags. Thanks so much for being here with me on Robin on the Farm. I'll see y'all next time.
Robin's in the kitchen, dough beneath her hands, wheat from the fields and eggs from her land. Sunlight through the window, a warm golden glow. She's working hard to make that dough. With flour on her apron, loving each knead, ground wheat fresh, so